This Torah class is brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.
We're here standing behind the old city of Yerushalayim, Har Hazeisim, at the Kever of Rabbi Chizkiyahu di Silva, the great pre-Chadash. Somebody once came to bring Shalach Manas on Erev Rosh Hashanah. So the question is, Shalach Manas, Erev Rosh Hashanah? Why would you bring Shalach Manas on Erev Rosh Hashanah? And the response was, it's Minhag Yerushalayim. How is it Minhag Yerushalayim? Because the pre-Chadash writes that since in Sefer Nehemiah it says that they gave manois to those who did not have, so in the pre-Chadash was the Marad Asra of Yerushalayim, so Minhag Yerushalayim became to give Shalach Manas in honor of the Yom Tov of Rosh Hashanah. Pre-Chadash was in Amsterdam, and the Rav in Amsterdam at the time was Rabbi Yitzchak Abuhav, and he was getting old, and they made an offer to the pre-Chadash to become the assistant rabbi and ultimately to take over what was then the most prestigious rabbanus in the Jewish world in Amsterdam. And the pre-Chadash made a few stipulations. First of all, he wanted a salary of 1,000 dakatonis, which was a pretty substantial salary. So they deliberated about that. But then the pre-Chadash says that he cannot be subject to the men of the Mamad regarding any halachic matters. So the men of the Mamad said, okay, Rabbi, we will accede to you regarding any halachic matters. So the pre-Chadash says, okay, give me a few days to think about it. So the Chida records in the Magal Tov that the pre-Chadash came back and he said, you don't really want a rabbi, you just want a figurehead. Because tomorrow you're going to install me and I'm going to go to the first member of the Mamad and say, pal, you're married to two goyim, you need to divorce both of your wives. Then I'm going to go to the next member of the Mamad and I'm going to tell him, you don't really keep Shabbos. And after a few days on the job, you're going to dismiss me and it's going to be embarrassing. So therefore, I will not take your job because you don't really want a rabbi. So the men of the Mamad convened and they come back to the pre-Chadash and they said, we hear what you're saying, we agree with you, we don't want you to be our rabbi. The Chida writes in the Magal Tov that Klal Yisrael is nene from the zechus of the pre-Chadash, who forsook glory and forsook money to stand up for what Rabbanus is. And the Chida says, Ashrav va'ashrei chelkai ba'olam haba of the pre-Chadash. Zechusa yagein aleinu, amen.
You've just experienced another Torah class brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.